Sunday morning, December the 15th, 9:50 a.m., 52 degrees, and we're on Plumosa Road, headed to Bouse Community. I think it's about 19-20 miles. We may not go all the way there in this video, but this is the road if you ever wanted to go to Bouse, Arizona, near Quartzsite, Arizona. And I'm going to drive by my old place up here where I was boondocking here a few days ago. It's right up here on the left. It was at mile marker 1. Old memories, you know. It's the old home place, sort of. Still got a lot of campers out here. A lot of campers out here on both sides of the road. Most of them are pretty far off the road. You can't really see them that well from this video, but they're there. See over here? There's two tents. Well, there's a doo-doo tent and a regular tent. And this is up here on the left, where that white van is where my white RV used to be. That was where I was boondocking. Now I'm in an RV park. Do I wish I was right there where that guy is? No, I don't. Not at all. No, I have no regrets whatsoever. None. But yeah, it's a pretty drive here. This is a good road to drive and talk on. Why? Well, because there's no traffic. Or extremely little traffic, let me say that. The reason there aren't, well, to me, there's a lot of RVers out here, but compared to the LTVAs, the long-term visitor areas, there's hardly any, okay, because the LTVAs are busy. But the reason it's not as crowded here I'll show you out here. The reason it's not quite as crowded out here is because it's about 10 miles from town, and a lot of people want to be near the community to go, you know, to the shopping stuff and grocery store and restaurants and all that. So, you know, different strokes for different folks. And so on and so on and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. That was a good song, by the way. Or I like it anyway. You know, I went by the library and got 4 CDs. I couldn't have picked 4 better CDs. I've never heard of any of them, the names. I'd tell you, but they're in the glove box. And but yeah, it's the best easy listening music I ever picked up. I mean, it cost me 50 cents for each CD, $2. Yeah. And the sound system in the little Fiat coffee bean is very good, actually. And I'm going to put the cruise on now. We're going to slow down a little bit. And yeah, we'll get about right there. How about 35, 36 miles an hour? Is that good enough? Yeah, that's great. We can just cruise along here. Beautiful view. And we go right up through those mountains straight ahead. And it's a nice drive. And I can see how all the boondockers are doing, right? And there are a few groups that come out to this area, and you'll see clusters of RVs occasionally, like out here to my left here. You may not be able to see them in the video because I'd have to zoom, and if I zoom, it just magnifies the shakiness of me holding it in my hand. But yeah, groups come out here and boondock together, but you know, most of those are younger folks. They're not 79 years old, I know that. Well, some of them may be 80, who knows, you know. But I would guess that they would be a younger group. So Bouse, what is Bouse? It's just a little bitty town. They have a grocery store, gas station, library. They have an RV park there, county park, and then they have a regular RV. You go across the railroad track, and they got a place there. But they have a, I think it's county park, and it's like $175 a month. I think with water and electric, and then if you want a dry camp, it's, I don't know, $125. I thought about it, but luckily I came up with a spot I did. And but you know, this has really been, this whole last 3 months or so has been a real adventure for me, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's been really interesting. I'm quite pleased, you know, because I've got me so far a decent towed coffee bean, the Fiat 500 2012, with 69,446 miles on it, and it also gets 45 miles a gallon. And so that's working pretty good. And as far as road noise, well, you know, like somebody mentioned, it's probably because the car is not well insulated. And it probably isn't, because this was not an expensive car in 2012 for sure. And but anyway, would I buy a Fiat again? Sure. I like the car. I love this light colored, you know, like the dashboard and stuff here. I like all that. It's just really kind of neat, I think. And I fell off the wagon today and bought me I got a refill on the Diet Dr. Pepper. Oh, the Diet Dr. Peppers I bought at the little place there where they have all the shops in Quartzsite, the little grocery store with all the outdated stuff. Well, I got me some outdated Dr. Peppers. Shit. There went $3 or $4 down the drain. No, they were crap. No, I mean, it fizzed up like a regular Dr. Pepper, but then when I tasted it, there was no taste at all, man. Well, it was only out of date about a year, all of them, you know. I thought it would still be good because it's in a can. It was sealed. Well, it fizzed up, but it just had no Dr. Pepper taste at all, none. So I put those in the trash and ate my loss, went immediately to the Pilot gas station and got me a refill. A refill is $1.79. A regular, if you got to pay the full price, it'd be $2.79. So by having your own cup, you save $1. And that little rattling you hear every now and then is my refill cup in my holder on the right hand side here. I put a paper towel in there to hopefully keep it from rattling, but it ain't good crap. I mean, well, Rusty, just go all over the road here. I believe I will. Fortunately, there's nobody here. But anyway, I'm just doing this as a video to think out loud because you know, I get some interesting input from the viewers at comment call and other comments, and yeah, it kind of helps, because see, I don't have anybody to sound my ideas off of, you know, to get a little reflection or feedback. And on my YouTube channel, I'll mention something, and sometimes I get more feedback than I really want. But you know, hey man, negative feedback is feedback, you know, whatever, you know, every now and then. But every now and then, you know, somebody will say something, I'll say, damn, I never thought of that. And there's so many things, you know, like I've said before, there's two kinds of intelligence, and it's the intelligence you possess, that's one, and then there's the intelligence everyone else possesses, and that's another one. Who has the most? You know, so start asking questions, you know. Be a good asker. Ask, you know. So anyway, we'll get up here in these hills here in a minute and we'll end this video because I want to get back to my Dr. Pepper and my snack. On and on we go, guys. Where am I going to go from here? I don't know. I thought about maybe going to an area where it's a whole different topography, you know. The geography would be different instead of being desert or high desert, you know. But I could do that. I'm not too fond of forests. I mean, they're cute to drive through and pretty to drive through, maybe stay a day. But no, I like a view, man. I like to see around long ways, you know. That's why I like my place. That's why I bought the place in Carrizozo. That was the only reason, was the view. Well, and the privacy. It's got a lot of privacy along with that. Yeah, this little road right here winds right through these dry desert mountains, and this is boondocking out. You can camp on either side of the road out here, you know, and there are a few people way out there. And there's, well, the roads, I'm not sure about roads now. I can't hardly see any, but this is mile marker 6, and mile marker 18 or 19 will be Bouse if I go that far. See, here's a road off to the right. You drive out there and find your place, and you're home, babe, if you want to. Just be sure you be careful what you ask for. You may get it. On and on we go, guys. What am I going to do? If I live 10 years more or 15 years more, will I still be doing this? If I have my health and eyesight and all the physical stuff works right, yeah, probably. Shit, why not? You know, what else am I going to do? Sit and watch TV in a little home somewhere? No, I doubt it. I'd go nuts. Be like caging a coyote or something, you know? You're the reason God made Oklahoma. Remember that song? I like the hell out of that song. There's a full moon over Tulsa. I hope that it's shining on you. Yeah, that was a good song, and I can relate to that. He said he spent all day on a John Deere tractor, just thinking of her all day. Well, I did that. I'd be out plowing, and I'd be thinking of my little girlfriends that probably didn't give a damn about me, but I thought they did. A lot of life is right between your ears, in your mind, in your little world. Yeah, now we go through the mountains here. When we get to over this little step through the mountains or drive through the mountains, I'll shoot this video and end the misery. But yeah, they got some saguaro cactus out here, not a whole lot. There's some over here on this hill. For some reason, saguaro cactus like to grow on the sides of these old desert mountains. You know? And some of those cactus are 100 years old. You know, they grow slowly, but they last a long time. Here's one up here right on top. And you know, how do they get enough water out of those rocks to survive? I don't know, man. I'm sure they have a root that goes way down deep like a mesquite tree. A saguaro cactus. Well, guys, we're going to get through this here, and I'm going to end the video. But you know, if you were on this road and there was a heavy rain, be very careful, because I promise you, and I've said it in other videos, I'll say it again, in the desert when it rains, it floods quickly. Can you be caught by surprise? I have been. I was in Big Bend, and I left my campsite to go into Terlingua, the little ghost town, to go drink some beer at the beer joint. And when I left my campsite, you know, it was nice and dry. It was a few clouds around, some thunderstorms way off in the distance. And on the way back, I didn't see any rain around. I mean, I saw some thunderstorms that weren't that far away, but man, all of a sudden, a flood came across that highway. I couldn't believe it. It went from basically dry to a foot deep in about 10 minutes. You're the reason God made Oklahoma. Pretty damn neat, guys. Let's get over this hill here and we'll shoot this horse. Begin county maintenance, all right? See, there's saguaro cactus up there on those hills. But you know, you think about 150 years ago when people had to walk or ride horses or go in wagons. I'm telling you, man, I don't know how they did it. I mean, but you know, there is water out here. Yeah, I don't know exactly where you find it now, but the Native Americans, the Aboriginal people that lived in this area, they could find water, because up in those mountains and around these places, there's a way to find water. You know, you look for that green patch of desert, and sometimes you might be able to dig down a little bit and there'll be water. So mile marker 9, we're going to get over the mountains here and it'll flatten out. Isn't this nice though, just cruise along on a Sunday morning or any morning, you know, and at 45 miles a gallon this would cost me $3. Is it worth it? Shit, you kidding me? Yeah, I might find me a place to pull over is what I might do. Just might pull over next to a saguaro cactus and go talk to it. See what it's got to tell me. There's one over there, but I'm not too sure. There's a good place to pull out to. How wonderful. How wonderful life is. So guys, from out here in the desert of Arizona on a Sunday morning, let's get out and I'll give you a 360 right quick of where I'm parked. It's pretty damn quiet here, guys. Let me roll the window down just a little bit. I hear that noise out here. It sounds, I'm kidding. Oh, wouldn't you know there's somebody camped right there? Shit, I didn't want to be by a campsite yet. Let me get a 360 done and I'll end the video. That's back to town, kinda. Anyway, guys, from out here in the desert, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye.